Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Series. Getting very close to the end now of Season 3. It's time for round 21. We're heading to Interlagos in Sao Paulo for the Brazilian Grand Prix. And as the title suggests, our season is seriously in danger of going completely off the rails here. As you can see, we have slipped behind Aston Martin. We're now 4 points down on them and in 5th place. Financially, we're in trouble as well. We are almost out of money when it comes to the cost cap. We've got 1 million remaining. Well, we still have 1 million after this Grand Prix, which is when we'll finally be able to get a project underway. I don't know, is the honest answer. So yeah, it's getting down to the very nitty gritty. We are going to break the cost cap. There is no way around that. Even if we don't do another project now, cost cap is going to be breached. We are going to start incurring fines, and our confidence with the board is shaky at best, as you can see. Another poor result in Mexico. I mean, the board just wanted too much this season for me to finish in 4th place, and I don't know if I can manage that. And if we can't, that combined with the cost cap breaches means we may get fired at the end of the season. I really hope that's not the case, because I'm so desperate to actually have a car that's reasonably competitive next season. We shall see how we go. We've got a sprint weekend tonight. It's Brazil. It's a circuit that's never been kind to me, and I don't expect that to continue. that trend to change tonight. As you can see, we have got very heavy rain on the Saturday, which will affect probably the sprint and almost certainly practice as well. Qualifying will be in the dry. The race will be in very sunny, hot weather, which again is not great for us because of the tyres. Yeah, let's see what we can do. If we take a look at car analysis, actually let's just check parts first of all. So because of our dwindling number of decent parts, we are, as you can see, having to separate our cars out into different specs at the moment. We're still throwing everything behind Oscar for this race because his powertrain is still good. His ERS is still good, but next race we may have to flip that around and put whatever good stuff we've got left onto Mick, because I don't know if Oscar's ERS will be able to stay up to snuff for Vegas, and we have to maximise our point scoring opportunities wherever we can. It's not an ideal situation. In terms of where our cars sit, pretty rough for Mick, as you can see. And for Oscar, well, it's a bit more comfortable, a little bit more speed, much better acceleration, slightly worse DRS, but much better downforce, particularly in the high speed. Yeah, it's not a great situation that we're in right now, and we certainly can't afford to make any more spare parts. So, yeah, we'll see what we can do. How you doing, Patkins? How you doing, Baron? How you doing, Hedgehog? Hedgehog says, I think the next challenge should be to, if I get the boot, is to get a 2.4 average pit stop with Haas. Yes, I know you're still salty. You'll be even more salty when I take that challenge on and do it in one season. Oh dear. Right, let's get some targets set for tonight. 2 cars in Q3, not going to happen. I'm not even convinced we'll get both into Q2, but we'll try. I think, actually no, I'm just going to play it safe. Just going to go 1 in Q2 and then 1 in the top 12. Just bring in some money rather than gambling and potentially failing. Fastest laps, the incentive, doubt we'll get that. Finish position 1 in the top 8. No, I'm going to go 1 in the top 12 and hope that, you know, we can get points, but at least we'll bring in 100 grand for that. Quali position, new streak, 2 in the top 10 for 2 races. Not going to happen. Oh dear. And a new guarantee available for the last couple of rounds because we did fail the last one. So again, we're going to be ultra conservative on this one. We're going to go 1 car finishing not in 10th, 1 in 14th for the next 3 races. It's only worth 473,000, but it's an extra 473,000. So, yes. Let's see. Targets are set. I kind of feel a little bit like Gandalf. The boards are set. The pieces are moving. Let's head to Sao Paulo.
Our F1 season brings us to Brazil for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Better known simply as Interlagos, the Autodromo José Carlos Pache sits between 2 lakes here in Sao Paulo. The home of the Brazilian round of Formula One since 1973, plenty of champions have been crowned here, with many more to come. Interlagos Sector 2 is a maze of twists and turns, demanding the highest downforce. Sectors 1 and 3 are high speed, however, giving drivers plenty to keep them busy around this thrilling track. Now, Alpha Tauri hasn't been doing so hot. Is it bad luck or is it bad direction? The board will be keeping a close eye on the team principal this weekend. The weekend begins here.
Those of you that might have spotted Mick Schumacher cruises there. MSC, I don't think that's Mick, obviously. It would just be quite funny if Mick's trying to supplement his Formula One career and his low AlphaTauri wages by running a cruise line company. Right, let's get our cars set. So, start by swapping out bits. Again, this is a sprint weekend, so we need to nail everything in practice 1 if we can. There we go. Stick with that gearbox. Interlagos is a 21 lap circuit, but again we're going to double up just in case we do get it. We're going to go 44 laps of fuel. It's a bit extreme, but if we can nail the setup on the first try, we can leave the car out for the entire session that way and pretty much make sure that we can get to 100% track knowledge. Need every little bit of confidence we can get out of our drivers, given the states of the cars. And here you can see why we're going to end up having to probably throw everything behind Mick after tonight. Our best ERS is just 54% now. Maybe we'll be okay for Vegas. I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't even know if any of these other aero parts will survive to Vegas. They might just wear out and break, which would not be good. Gearboxes, I'm okay. We've still got a pretty solid gearbox here, almost new, and we've got a couple of practice gearboxes we can use as well. But yeah, not the best situation as things currently stand. Right, lots of fuel. Drop those settings down and let's get some setups on the car. So, starting with Oscar. Let's go with a 7, a 12.5, a 1.9, a 3.4, and a 0.65. And what do we want to do with Mick? Let's go 6.5, 13, 3.7, 3.25, and a 0.15. Okay. Everything is set. Let's send them out. You're getting pit stops in the 3 seconds. What are you doing to your pit crew?
Radio check.
Are you paying any attention to their fatigue levels? Because you should be getting at least 2.5 and below if you're in season 5. My God. You must be just wearing them out to the point of collapse.
Watch those curbs.
Copy.
Now we need some big PU call. Copy.
That's crazy. Spin for Albon. Did he damage the car? Nope, kept it out the barrier. Evening, Anthony. I see you turned up at the beginning of the stream, not the very end this time. Always a good thing. Alright, all we can do now, effectively, is just hope upon hope that something happens to Aston Martin this weekend. Evening, Victor. Because I don't think we've got any pace left to challenge them anymore. The only good bits we've got in the car are falling apart. So I think it's going to come down to a war of attrition with them now. Who's going to run out of bits and parts in their engines and stuff first.
How's the balance?
Feels very good in the car.
Copy that.
%96 with Mick. That's pretty close. We'll run him for another couple of laps. We'll get him in around about 34 minutes to go, and we'll take a look, see if it's just something simple we can change. And that also gives us a flexibility. If we make a mistake, we've got a chance to correct it. Still waiting for Oscar's final bit of feedback. He's at 94, so we definitely need to call him in. But again, it's close enough that we'll just wait until they would finish their normal 21 lap run.
Copy, pit entry.
Pit limiter on. Stop the box, wait for 2 seconds out, switch off. Oscar pit left.
Alright then, let's have a look. Okay, front wing and braking stability. I'm going to push the front wing up to a 7. Got to correct the camber. Which way do I push the toe? I've got a 7, a 13, a 3.7, a 3.15 and a 0.10. That's not going to work. It has to be a 3.2, but I'm going to go with a 0.10 anyway and just hope that that still works. Touch wood, that will be what we need it to be. Let's trim out some of that fuel. Let's go down to 22 laps of fuel. Everything's just fractionally off, so let me have a look. I do have a very similar setup in the book as well, which is a 3.5, a 7.5 and a 0.75. Let's have a look at that. That's too much. I'm changing too many things there by too much of a margin. So I'm going to ignore that one. Let's have a look at 7, 12.5, 19, 3.5, 0.8. That looks a bit more like it. Yeah, we'll go with that. Again, we'll strip this out to 22 laps of fuel. Where are you up to now, Anthony? So you said you need a massive crash to get a point. What race season are you at? Belgium, you still in season 1? Yeah, okay. Are you in the sprint or are you in the actual race itself? Because if you can just move forward a couple of places in the sprint, it sets you up for maybe a little bit more of a chance in the race. And don't forget, any penalties that are due to be applied won't be applied until the start of the race itself, regardless of qualifying, versus the sprint finish position. It's only after the sprint that those penalties get applied.
Something seems wrong. Yeah, we're looking at it, mate.
Speaking of sprint races, obviously we know we're going to get new sprint races in the 2024 season, and they are potentially changing the format again, ever so slightly, in terms of just how the weekend itself is structured. So at the moment, Friday is first practice, and then you have race day qualifying, and then the Saturday is a self-contained sprint day, so you have sprint quali followed by the sprint race. 98%, so I just need 2 clicks of toe to sort out Oscar. What about Mick? What they're suggesting and has been agreed to in principle is that Friday will be first practice followed by sprint quali, and then Saturday will be the sprint race followed by race quali, and then Sunday will still be the race as normal. That's the change that they are
Any comments on balance?
putting forward. Again, we're just 2 clicks of toe out. Very, very close. Hopefully that will go through. Sense, I think, to some of the spectators who aren't always necessarily sure exactly what's going on with the different qualies. I mean, I understood the whole principle of having a separate day for everything for the sprint self-contained, but I can see how it confused people having race day qualification on the Friday followed by sprint qualification on the Saturday morning, and then the sprint and then the race. I can see how that might get a little confusing to relative newcomers to the sport. So yeah, we'll see if that actually does get fully approved, but as I say, that's the agreement in principle that has been put forward.
Okay, got it. That's the checker flag.
All right, we have a couple of penalties. Penalty for Porsche, penalty for Sonoda. Let's see what's going on with their cars. Yuki is running a brand new engine tonight. That's got to be a penalty engine then. And who was the other one? Porsche. Also running a brand new engine. Okay, so that's 2 cars are going to be quick. That's not good. The other thing you'd like to see is that you can make changes to the car after the sprint. Well, this is something that kind of exists, but if you do break Parc Fermé rules, it sends you to the back of the grid. I would like to see that actually get implemented in the game. So if you do have a massively wrong setup, you can potentially make some changes, but you have to forfeit where you start. I'd like to see starting from the pit lane as an option as well. I don't know if that will actually become part of the game or not, but that'd be something that'd be quite cool to see. Right, let's have a look at these setups, see where we went wrong. But first, Crofty. Unfortunately.
It's time to determine starting positions for the sprint race, here in qualifying.
As usual, drivers have 3 parts to qualify for their grid position. Unlike a regular qualifying, however, today will set the grid for the upcoming sprint.
Now, there's been a bit of talk lately about Oscar Piastri.
Lap times from them in practice. It could be that the team were experimenting with the car, but the pressure's now on them to deliver.
So stay with us, folks. It's sure to be a good one.
Which way do I go? Which way do I go? I'm going to gamble with that. And let's have a look at Oscar. Again, which way do I go? Which way do I go? I'm going to gamble with that. Alright, parts. Gotta go with my best engines. As pointless as it may be around this particular circuit, because our car just isn't great here, never is. We do really have no choice in the matter. Got to try and get the best result we can. Who knows what's going to happen in the sprint? It is wet, and maybe something exciting will happen in the race that will give us a bit of a bump up the order. If worse comes to worse as well, if we do breach the cost cap, I may just go all in for Vegas and just buy new engines. I doubt it, but yeah. And we'll stick with that gearbox. And then we've got a spare just in case. Right, let's send them out for qualifying. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Anthony, but those rules are not in the sport, so you can't just make up stuff when it's an official game. It has to follow the official rules. Hedgehog says, I'd like to see driver injuries be brought in a bad crash. Your driver may be out for 2 to 3 weeks and your reserve driver has to take over. Yeah, I'd like to see something like that. I wouldn't like to see it as something where it happens every season, because it really doesn't in reality, but I'd like to see it as an occasional random event. An extremely low probability kind of thing.
Let's go.
Something that happens once every 2 or 3 seasons. Not necessarily to yourself, but certainly to a team on the grid. Evening, Derek. Or maybe not so much crash injuries, but maybe just illness. Maybe they pick up a bug. We've seen drivers get food poisoning or a really bad case of the flu right before an event. Most of the time they've carried on and driven, although they haven't been as effective as they would normally be. But on occasion they've had to step out of the car for the weekend. Yes, exactly. Baron's just said exactly the same thing in the chat. Yeah. Would I like to see 3-car teams? Hell no. It's one of the things that turned me off touring car. That and the ballast system, the artificially handicapped teams that are doing well. Yeah, it looked exciting to have lots and lots of close racing, but it also made a mockery of, you know, of the whole performance thing. You know, why have a car that is exceptional when you're just going to keep getting penalised for it?
Let's follow the delta. All right, so it'll be normal in-lap procedures from now.
There we go then. First laps are in. Oscar goes 4/10 quicker than Mick, which is about what I expected to see given the difference on paper between the two cars. No idea if these times are going to be quick enough or not. Where is Charles Leclerc? Here he comes up to the line. He goes quickest. Gasly's slow. Good. That's good. We want as many cars to be slow as possible here. Changing the subject, did I ever get the Metal Gear Solid collection? No. I mean, I'd like to, but I just don't. I can't justify its cost. It's too much. If it ever comes down to about 50% off, then yeah, I'll buy it in a heartbeat, but...
Good entry.
Pit limits are off. Okay, buddy, you'll be stopping in front of the garage. Oscar, pit lane.
I see what you're saying, Hedgehog, in terms of creating an injury profile kind of thing, but I mean, the rate that drivers crash in this game is already slightly unrealistic. If you put that mechanic tied to how much damage is done to the car, then you'd be missing drivers multiple times a season. That's one thing I would actively like to see is the amount of mistakes is reduced, because it is still way too high. You only have to watch a race to see that. I mean, just little running wides, yes, I don't mind that, you know, but I mean, the amount of mistakes and the severity of the mistakes that are made in the game is way too high compared to reality. But I would like to see kind of a swing in both directions. So I'd like to see the number of mistakes and the frequency of severe mistakes being reduced. But I would like to see more punishment for those mistakes when they do eventually occur. So
Push next lap.
I would like to see punctures
So gap ahead is
happening
good.
from contact. You know, on a random basis, not a regular basis, but you know, it does happen. Two cars hit, a little bit of the carbon fibre of the front wing just pierces the sidewall of a tyre and puncture. We see that all the time in Formula 1. That's something I'd like to see factored in. You know, a calculation that rather than just ruining the tyre, you get a puncture. You know, dropping the tyre percentage down. Maybe a slow puncture, not one that makes you crawl all the way back to the pits at, you know, ridiculously slow speed with sparks flying everywhere, but a slow puncture. Get someone in, and you will have already all the dialogue and everything you need from the radio transmissions between drivers and team for that. So that can easily be added in. And I would like to see, and I keep harping on about this, but I'm going to keep banging my drum on this one, I'd like to see cars get stuck and beached in the gravel. Mick is definitely improving. Oscar is not at the moment, which is annoying, but hopefully he'll find something. There we go, he's improved in the middle. Mick gets all the way up into peak confidence. What can Oscar do?
And for info, we are currently P9 and P9. Okay, good lap time, last lap.
Doesn't improve at the end.
Procedures, please.
Doesn't improve overall, actually. He lost time in the first and final sectors.
P7.
But did find a little in the middle. I'm hopeful that's going to be good enough to get us through.
Copy.
Yuki's time is slow, considering he's got a new engine in the car. Pourchaire's the other one. Where is Pourchaire? Oh, he's all the way up in 5th. Is Russell starting or a flying lap or finishing his flying lap? Starting a lap. Perez isn't too far behind as well. Perez is on his out lap there. Let's see what the Ferraris have got. How you doing, Marcel? I'm doing very well, thank you. Realised I thought I'd done 6 episodes of War Hospital. I realised when I went to do the editing I'd only done 5, so I sat down and recorded the whole boatload more episodes today. So I'll be editing and uploading those tonight. Evening, horrific. I think I said hello to you earlier, but if I didn't, then hello now. And apologies for missing you. Right, here comes Russell out of the final sector. Up through Young Cow. And he goes second. And our times are now starting to look a little bit more iffy, I suppose would be the right word. I think we can probably use these tyres again. We'll get queued up. War Hospital, what are your thoughts so far? Are you liking it? Are you not really all that interested in it? Yeah, I'm genuinely curious. I'm going to keep putting episodes up there just so that, you know, hopefully somebody finds them useful at some point. But just curious what you guys that have seen it think of it. Here comes Perez up to the line. Where's Stroll? Stroll's only 10th. Ooh, that's good. And Alonso, is he still in the garage? Oh, there he is. Speak of the devil. He's leaving it late. This will be our final run, I think, in this session. We should have enough time to get another run in if we need to, but I'm hopeful that this will be it. We have got Bottas setting his flying lap right now. He's just got through turn 4. He's going to come up behind Oscar in just a moment. Stroll's on an out lap as well. So that's probably Stroll's final run. Well, maybe. He might just have time for another run. Let's see what Alonso does. Hopefully something really, really bad. Like a big spin. Or massive lockup. Hell, even destroying his car would be would be perfectly acceptable. Oscar crosses the line into the opening corners. Mick now working his way around turn 3. Should get out in front of Giovinazzi. He does, and past Valtteri. No improvement for either driver in the first. Maybe the tyres aren't good enough. Alonso into the final sector, the long drag up the hill and round the corner to the line. Please be a bad time. It's ninth. It's not that much faster than us. I am surprised by that. No improvement at all from Oscar. It's unlikely Mick's going to improve unless he does something mighty in the final sector. Nope. There we go. So, question is, are we safe with that? I just don't know. Quite possibly not. Stroll now starting, finishing his flying lap, and he goes third. He got a really nice slipstream up the hill there from the back of one of the Mercedes. Must have been Hamilton who's starting his flying lap. Albon's on an out lap. Ocon is starting his flying lap, I think. Yep, that's the start. I think Yuki has got more pace in his car. I don't think Gasly does. I don't think Magnussen does. I don't think Bottas and Giovinazzi have much more pace. I mean, I think they've got some. Oh wow, Giovinazzi's gone up to 14th, so that's Giovinazzi done. I don't think he's going to have time for another session, another lap this session. I think I kind of have to risk going out on fresh tyres. Will put us on the back foot in the next session a little bit, and unlikely we'll make it to Q3. So Ocon has not improved enough. What about Albon?
Albon immediately behind.
Oh, Albon does improve by quite a bit. He improves by half a second. Made the right call, sending them back out again.
Let's concentrate on those tyres and brakes.
Let's make sure Mick doesn't fight. Wish I had a little bit more confidence with Oscar. Let me check their starting levels. Oh, okay. I don't know if we got the setup right. I think we might have gone the wrong way on Mick.
Lots of bunching.
His default level looks a bit low. So Yuki is in front of Oscar. And if he improves, it pushes us that little bit closer. Ocon and Giovinazzi are done. Gasly's on an out lap. Bottas is on a flying lap right now. And just hitting a bunch of traffic behind Alonso and one of the Ferraris, I think. One of the Mercedes as well. So that's not good for Valtteri and good for us. I'm going to catch the Ferrari here. There we go, it stays out of the way. Hopefully we get a nice clean drag up the hill now. No improvement still. Yuki did improve. If anyone behind us improves, we're out. Well, one of our cars is out. We could get both cars knocked out here.
We are P15. Normal in-lap procedures, please. We'll be coming in the pit entry.
Magnussen does not improve enough. It's down to Gasly. Can Gasly knock out one of our drivers? Please let us make it through. This race is going to be tough enough without a Q1 elimination. Ah, Schumacher's out. But only just. Gasly's only just through. Ah, that's frustrating. But this is why I didn't say that both cars will make it through, because I had a sneaking suspicion Mick might go out in 16th. Oh, little audio glitch there. Right, session 2. We still haven't had any rain yet. Car set up 95%. We went the wrong way. And I can't fix that. Bugger. Which means I've done the same with Mick, I think, as well. Can't actually check that now. Yeah, 95%. We went the wrong way with both of them. Damn it. It's going to be dry here as well. Are we actually going to get any rain in quali? Oh wait, no, it's the sprint that's going to rain, isn't it? Yeah, this is going to be a dry quali. It's getting confused for a second now. I'm so used to quali being on the Saturday, I knew the rain was on the Saturday. This is going to be a very, very slow time, so I'm just going to whiz through. It's not going to be in the least bit competitive. I want to wait for...
Delta stay negative. Cool the car on the way in.
There we go, very slow. We're going to do another lap on the same tyres, just to get an extra little boost of confidence, and then see what we can do on the tyres we used at the end of the last session. Alright, that's not bad. We improved in the first and middle sectors.
Cool the engine. Perfect.
And we've got Oscar into peak confidence. Excellent stuff. So, we're going to use these tyres. We're going to go with 2 flying laps. And we need the cool down lap because we burn so much battery going up through Yunsao. I don't have to say that. It always used to be Junkao when I was a kid. Then it started to become Yunkao. Then Yunsao, Junsao. There's 4 different ways of saying that corner, and I don't know which one's correct. So you might hear me flip between different pronunciations. as the weekend carries on. I'll probably stick to Young Cow because that's what it used to be called when I grew up. Right, 2 flying laps. See how high up we can go. We are probably going to get knocked out in this session. I don't think we're going to make it through.
Maximum tyre and brake warming.
Certainly not expecting to make it through. But if we can get up to, say, 12th, maybe 11th, that'd be nice. Wow, I've just seen who's top. It's Stroll with a 106.6. That is a very fast time.
So track is clear. Okay, we've got to go.
Time to show me what you're made of, Oscar. Attacking the track with peak confidence. Up in the first. Clear track ahead. For a moment we will catch Porsche, I think. Looks like he's on an in-lap. Up in the middle. Porsche moves out of the way for us. And we're up into 10th. Just 7 thousandths behind Perez. 37 thousandths ahead of Hamilton. Okay, liking that, liking that. Although Hamilton might take that back from us in a moment. He's on his flying lap now. There's us moving out the way. We just denied the optimal line through that corner there.
Let's go.
And now hopefully we're close enough to get a nice tow up the hill here. Hamilton could inadvertently be helping us dethrone him here. He couldn't make it through, so Hamilton's out. It's a question of whether we can stay in. And I'm hopeful we got a nice little slipstream there on the start-finish straight. We're up. That's a good sign. Alonso's coming up to the line now, I think. Or is that Stroll? No, that's Alonso. Alonso's improved, but Alonso's out. Porsche's in the way. Move. Thank you. Confidence medium at Belgium, you're not getting sacked. Good to hear, Anthony. Down in the middle sector. Did we get enough of a boost in the first to actually improve our time at all? No, we didn't.
This is P10. That's
So,
a really good lap.
it's on Yuki
Cool the car.
and Joe. Oh, and the two McLarens are fighting each other. Are they both on a flying lap at the same time? They are, and they're hurting each other. Wow, this is perfect. Yuki's getting harried and hassled by Norris. Joe improves his time, but not his position. He stays 15th. And Tsunoda doesn't improve at all. Oh, what a disaster for McLaren. Norris was through. He was already through, and that's knocked Tsunoda out. We're in the top 10. How on earth did we manage that? We've got no tyres left for a decent time. We're just going to qualify in 10th. But yeah, we made it through somehow.
Okay, we're through, mate. Good job.
Good job indeed. All of our tyres are just shot to bits. I don't really want to have to throw on a brand new set, but I suppose it might be the right decision given where we are going.
Green light.
I need a set of mediums for the sprint, and or at least a set of hards for the sprint, and then 2 sets of mediums and a set of hards for the race. So I might be using softs in final practice. We're out on track first, so despite the fact this is going to be a terrible time, it should give us peak confidence. Just about. No traffic to contend with. Just the drive to the line. Oh no, we just missed it.
Delta stay negative. Cool as much as you can.
Copy.
That's what I meant to do. So this is Perez setting a time. And it's much faster, but then the tyres, yeah, massive difference. We've pretty much run these ones down to the canvas now. Leclerc going out on a set of scrubs. So it's going to be Max, then Norris, and then I'm not sure who else next is over the line. Actually, Sainz is just ahead of these guys. But he's starting a lap. He is. So, Max goes top with the 106.8 and immediately is displaced by Norris with the 106.7, and then Norris goes Russell goes even quicker. 106.6. Ooh, okay. We are going to throw on new tyres. We're going to go 2 laps and just see what we can do. Something special, I hope. You see Stroll diving out of the way of Sainz. Leclerc coming up to the line. And that's the starter lap. Okay. Sainz goes 5th. Porsche is the next across the line to set a time. Might have been held up a little bit in the middle sector there. It's good enough for 7th. It's a long way off. Yeah, he must have got held up. Let's see what Leclerc does. Leclerc goes 2nd. Next up is Stroll. Send Oscar out now. Need Stroll to have a poor qualifying here. He's gone 5th. That's faster than we can do. Right, just Albon left to set a time.
To work on fronts and brakes. Copy.
Albon goes 7th. I don't know if we can catch that either. Right, here is Oscar warming up.
So nobody ahead of you. Go, 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 go.
Should be an improved final sector. It is, gives him a nice little boost of confidence as he starts his flying lap. We are up in the first. We should be up everywhere on this lap. Into peak, just. And we improve up to 8th. 2/10 behind Albon. So we're about 6/10 off pole. But we're coming out right behind. Is that Norris? He's a little bit too far ahead. We're not going to catch the slipstream from him. Not unless I can take control at just the right time here. This is going to be tricky because if I go too early, I'm going to overtake him and then give him the tow.
You're clear.
I didn't think I went quick enough there.
So it will be go 1.
I don't think we saved enough battery.
No energy. Copy.
And we are up again. We might be giving a tow to that Red Bull, but it doesn't really matter. We're never going to get close enough to it anyway. If anything, we might hopefully put it slightly out of reach of Stroll. No improvement in the middle. Tyres are probably giving up a little bit now. Out of battery as well, so I doubt we'll get an improvement here. Nope, no improvement. So this is final qualifying. We're going to keep pushing. It's 1.3 kilos for a lap of fuel under normal racing conditions. Might have to just ease off the fuel a touch at the end. Might be okay actually to keep pushing like this. I'm going to be out of battery for the final corner, which isn't good. But I'm just hoping that maybe with the minimal fuel we might just squeeze a little improvement. We're not going to. Let's call them in, save the tyres. Oh, apparently he doesn't want to save the tyres.
Copy.
Oh no, wait, I cancelled calling, didn't I? Nuts. Oh well, 9th place. That's better than I could have hoped for. I don't think anybody improved on their final runs there. And that will become 8th. Well, I say 8th. It'll stay 9th for the sprint, but Porsche will have a 10-place penalty for the race. So if he finishes in 8th in the sprint, he'll start in 18th. If we can get ahead of him and get that final point and then hold on to 8th, then he will drop to 9th and then 19th. And of course, let's not forget, Yuki has a penalty, which is going to help out Mick as well. Right, second practice. This could be a wet practice. We're going to save the hard tyres. We're going to go with softs. I'm expecting rain. Yeah, rain almost immediately. Well, let's at least make sure that the used softs are the tyres that gets taken from Oscar's selection, not 2 sets of new ones. It's only going to be a little bit of rain. I might try and tough that out, you know. It's a risk.
A bit less curb. Copy.
Oh, I didn't change their engine parts. Ah, too late now. Knackers. Oh, if they ever wreck now, it'll be an absolute disaster.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, this is a little reckless, but I'm going to tough it out on these softs. Going to be incredibly slow, but that doesn't matter. It's all about spending time on the track, keeping that a cruel curve at a nice rate. Track's starting to dry up. And that curve there, that's the reason why we are pushing the way we are, staying on these soft tyres.
Tyre feedback. I think the tyres are done. Copy.
Let's get a new set of boots onto Oscar. What is my car performance rank? Not good. Not now. It was better a few races ago when I still had some parts available. Not so much anymore.
higher phase update.
What is it that you don't like about 2023? Because I think it's a massive improvement over 22. I just don't want to risk them going into a barrier on tyres that are completely dead or having a puncture and retiring. So I'm making the switch. Plus we're going to lose that set of tyres anyway, so we might as well get a bit of use out of them. You think the pit stop is really bad? I think the pit stop's one of the best improvements. Adds a little bit more realism to the game in that respect. And as far as changing what races can be sprint races, that's never going to happen without them building an editor into the game, because it's based on an official season, so it's always going to have the official track listing for that season. Alright, not bad on the old practice session there. 94 and 92 in terms of track knowledge, combined with almost perfect setups and good car part knowledge, means they'll start with 94 and 95%. Evening, Farah. Let's get ready for the sprint.
This weekend, it's something a little bit different, as the Grand Prix grid is decided by more racing in today's eagerly anticipated sprint. And after a season of sprints, this is the last one of the year. This circuit is certainly no stranger to overtakes, so I think we're in for a good one.
Of course, when it comes to a sprint, it's not just about setting the grid for the Grand Prix. The drivers will be fighting hard to gain valuable championship points.
Well, no doubt there'll be plenty of action today here at the Sao Paulo Sprint.
I'm going to just check you a little bit on that one, Anthony. I mean, the difference in tyres is pretty good, but if you don't have a good car, you just don't feel it. You know, you definitely notice it on the timings if you've got a good car. Right then, we're going to go mediums for the sprint. We're going to save the extra hards. Why doesn't Oscar... Oh, don't tell me Oscar used the sets. Why does Mick must have used mediums in practice one, and I must have forgotten to change them for Oscar. Yeah, he's got the extra set of mediums. Ah, knackers. Ah. Okay, we'll just have to make do. Go 2 laps of fuel. Extra for the sprints. I don't want to cook the tyres off the line because the DRS kicks in early on this. And we are ready for the sprint. Let's see if we can convert 9th place into a point or 2 for Oscar.
24 laps around Interlagos awaits these drivers in what should be an entertaining sprint.
The 100-kilometer dash around Sao Paulo is typically packed full of overtaking opportunities, making for a thrilling event as the season nears the end.
A sprint victory and points up for grabs right here.
Knackers is another way of saying balls or
laps around Sao
bollocks.
Paulo
You know,
in today's
it's spelt with a
sprint.
K-N, not just an N at the front.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Do everything you can. Copy.
Right, a few on hard tyres. Perez on softs. Gasly on softs. We'll have to watch out for Gasly in the opening laps. Giovinazzi on softs. Could be a threat for Schumacher. Looks like we're having a move around the outside. Just couldn't make it stick. Can we dive up the inside here into the end of the final sector? We can. We're up to 8th place. Yes, it is.
Polite stuff.
Kind of. It's basically a polite way of swearing without actually swearing.
Enabled.
It's a very British thing to say.
Car ahead, Albon. You've got a pass behind.
Right, Mick's back up into 16th. Can we get a run on Albon into turn 1? Yes, we can. Oh, no, we can't. We got squeezed. Can we get him under braking? No. Mick now up to 15th, fighting Tsunoda. Tsunoda's got the outside line. He's on hard tyres, though. He's got the slipstream of the cars in front. Can we hold the position around the outside? Come on, Mick, complete the move. I know your car is rubbish, but do what you can.
Focus on bringing.
Good lad.
Copy. Let's look after these tyres.
Any ideas so you don't get sacked? Yeah, keep an eye on your cost cap, and
No more energy.
try to avoid emergency purchases wherever possible.
DRS disabled. DRS disabled.
Oscar and Yuki fighting it out. We've got the DRS though. Not Oscar, sorry, Mick and Yuki. Oh, it's a yellow flag. There's bits of carbon fibre in front. It wasn't us. Whew.
Nice and steady through that, please.
Oh, which teams to pick? Oh, well, it all depends on what kind of challenge you want. That's a big, big crash between Hamilton. That was actually right behind us. I thought it was in front of us. Hamilton and Joe having a coming together. Hamilton down to last place. I can hear Farah cheering from here. We are just dropping off the back, unfortunately.
Used energy. Copy.
Joe's got a penalty. He's not going to serve it in the race unless he's on softs. No, he's not. Oh, his tyres are on 40%. He might serve it in the race. He really should, because otherwise he's going to drop him down 3 places. Yeah, it depends on what kind of challenge you want. McLaren is a good choice for a team that starts off difficult but can be turned around relatively quickly and easily. Sorry, Anthony. Mercedes is a bit more of a challenge, but again, if you know what you're doing, it's a team you can turn around pretty easily. If you're looking for inspiration with Mercedes, I do have a 2-season career before they introduced the difficulty options patch, where I won the title, the driver's title with Lewis in season 1, and then the driver's title with George and the constructors in season 2, before we then moved to McLaren.
We need to focus on the energy now. Copy.
Aston Martin will start relatively strong but will fall away if you're not careful. Again, if you want something easy, Red Bull. If you want something slightly less easy, Ferrari. They'll still be very, very quick. And again, you can develop them into a car that will comfortably beat Red Bull, depending on your difficulty setting. If you want a real challenge, then a team like Alfa Romeo or Alfa Tauri are both real challenges. Haas as well, they've got a strong car to start with, a car that is capable of top 10 qualifying and top 10 finishing in the first couple of races. But the trick is to try and keep them there, because their facilities are hot garbage. So you know, the first thing you have to do is upgrade your factory, because you can only do 2 parts, manufacture 2 parts at once, which means you very quickly get a backlog. And again, the challenge will be determined as well by whether or not you actually have the difficulty settings set to hard, or just leave them on medium. Medium means you'll probably have an uncomfortable period in the first season before you start coming good. Hard means it'll be much more of a struggle to improve the team dramatically. Right now we're doing what we can to keep Oscar comfortable in 8th place. Sainz has got through. If he gets past us, he'll increase the pace a little bit, I think, because we're not really pushing our tyres. Everyone behind us' tyres will start to burn up a little bit in the dirty air. We're not going to push Oscar's tyres. We want to keep him with as much grip as possible for the end of the sprint. Mick is going to need to make a move now.
Overtaking is available.
Joe's probably going to box at the end of this lap, I would imagine.
Rain still coming. Copy.
Oh God, rain! Oh God! If I'd realised about the rain, I didn't even think to check. I would have put them on. Oh, screw it! I completely forgot to check about the rain. We have to burn these tyres out. burn them out. Otherwise, Joe hadn't pitted. Didn't even register. Mick is up, but he's just given away the DRS. I wouldn't have slapped all that extra fuel in either, because now we're going to struggle to burn off what's left with that rain. It is going to go full wets very quickly. Not worth going to Inters. Yellow flag. Who is that for? Norris.
Now this was the 7th corner. And wide they go, leaving the
Okay,
racing
that didn't
line,
hurt too much.
but all being well.
Oh, I realised I would have had softs on and I'd have been pushing the softs like crazy. Kind of wasted a set of mediums for Mick here for the race, but we had extra mediums for Oscar anyway, so it's not too much of an issue for him. I just would have pushed them harder from the start. Here comes the rain. Not boxing at the end of this lap. We're going another lap.
Box. Copy, box. Box.
Is it box now?
Is anyone going to box this lap? Some of the cars behind us might do. Everyone stayed out. It's going to be a scramble in the pits at the end of this lap.
Okay, recharge on.
Leclerc boxes. Both of the Ferraris carry on. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them. Everyone else diving in. Look.
Yep.
Oh, look at that queue. Look at that queue. A good stop here could see us hold position. A bad stop could see us get swarmed. .6, that's not bad. Mick straight in. 2.4, that's better. Sainz had an issue with his stop. This is going to work out for Mick, I think. Oh, an issue for Hamilton as well.
So in comes Lewis Hamilton. Something's wrong with the front left though.
Couldn't get the tyre seated properly.
So you should have a clear track on pit exit. Back off now.
Yeah, copy.
These tyres are going to overheat ridiculously quickly. But they should be quicker in these conditions, I hope, than the slicks are. I'm not sure. I'm not convinced. We'll see. Everyone at the front is boxing now. Let's... Here comes Leclerc. Here comes Oscar. Oscar's back up to 8th. Can we get out in front of Norris? No, I don't think we can. But we'll get closer, I think. It's definitely worked out for Mick. Got a chance to jump Yuki. We do jump Yuki. So, 12th place for Mick. There is Yuki. And not only have we come out in front, but we've got our tyres up to temperature now as well. It's time
Energy is available
to make the most of that. See how quickly our tyres are degrading because of the temperatures of them at the moment. It's about to get very wet, I hope. Tyres are absolutely melting, but they'll be good as soon as it gets just that little bit wetter. And it is getting wetter. We are closing in on Norris. We're taking a second out of him this lap. Mick's out of battery, but he's closing in on the back of Gasly. There is Gasly. And Sainz. Oh man, our tyres are just falling off so fast. I need it to get wetter. Come on. Hurry up and get wetter.
slow down.
Try and just take a little bit of temperature out of them if we can. Stop them from completely, shredding themselves.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Perfect.
Stroll's going to score 4 points here. We're on for 1. Alonso behind us. He catches us. That would be bad.
We're at the bottom of the pack now.
Copy.
You can back off a bit.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, get the temperature down. Probably should have gone the extra lap. Temps are coming down now. Track's getting wetter. In this mode we will be saving as much as we can, not pushing them as hard as possible. Sainz's tyres are really bad, 69% already. Leclerc's at 67, he boxed at the same time as us as well, I think. Yeah, he boxed on the same lap because everyone else stayed out in the extra one, didn't they? We're almost there. Oscar is dropping away from Norris as a result of running at this tyre pace. That's full wets.
So you're good to push on tyres?
Yeah.
Nick's still closing on the cars in front. I'm not sure we'll ever catch back up to Norris now. Our tyres are just looking a bit ropey. But if we hold on to 8th, I'll be happy with that. That'll be a one-place improvement for Oscar and a point as well. Help limit the ever-increasing gap between us and Aston Martin. So everyone else might have managed to get their tyres under control by now.
Back off now.
Copy.
Still not quite there.
Just think about looking off this time when we need to.
Just need to get a bit more temperature out of them. Oscar's very close. It needs a little bit more. I think they should go yellow around 85. That's still not. Still too hot. Look at that tyre wear there against the prediction. Woo-wee. That's still too hot.
You're good to push on the tyres.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go, 82. That was the magic number.
Push now.
Yeah. Copy.
Starting to come under pressure from Yuki. We've been running at a very slow pace. Letting Gasly just sneak away from us a touch.
Come on. Okay.
Now seeing if we can get Oscar up another place. If we can get him past Gasly. Hopefully Sainz will get in front of Alonso. we go, tyres finally under control temperature-wise. Alonso's backed off and is looking after his tyres. So he's still had to do some temperature management. Gasly now has got his tyres well under control. Time to just start eking that temperature back up again. Now that the track's getting a little bit wetter again, almost at 5 mil now. Also, we need the extra grip just to hold back Tsunoda. He's going to be at the back of the grid thanks to that penalty, as is Porsche. Both of those two with penalties, new engines tonight. So we can drop them down to the back of the grid and out of the way for the dry race. That will be beneficial. Starting to close back up on Pierre. Temperature starting to go back up again, but we're almost there now. We've only got 3 more laps to go. Well, 4 more laps to go, sorry. So we can afford to run the tyres like this now. Still fat with fuel, and every time it gets wetter it just makes it harder to burn that fuel off. Tyre temp's really starting to creep now.
Overtaking is
But we
available.
are closing in nicely now on Gasly. Battery will kick in
3 to go.
as we head into turn 3. Maybe we'll be close enough to get a run through turn 4. Let's go for it.
Let's push, come on.
Copy.
So let's lean on these tyres.
Alonso's trying to close us up. He's pulling away from sights. Up the inside. Good move. Now complete it. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff.
Okay mate, let's keep looking after these tyres. We can just focus on
Got
charging.
that gap to Alonso back up.
Copy.
And have we got a chance at catching Sainz? Let's keep pushing the tyres.
Okay, push, let's go. Charge on.
We're not going to get him up the hill, so I'm not going to use the battery up there. We're going to get him. It's probably going to be the infield, sector 2. Although we are close here, we might be able to get him into turn 4 at the end of the first sector. No, like I said, I had a feeling it's gonna. If we're gonna get him anywhere, it's gonna be here in the infield, just like we did to Gasly. Sold him a dummy up the inside. Can we complete the move? Yes, we can. Excellent stuff. There's no points, unfortunately, because it's a sprint, not a race, but it moves Mick up into 10th place for the start of the race.
DRS disabled, DRS disabled. This is checker flag.
4 points for Stroll, 1 point for Oscar. So Aston will stretch their lead by another point.
Well done, that's it. So P10.
But that brings Mick into contention to battle with Alonso in the race now. Not bad from starting in 16th place. Not bad at all.
And there's Oscar Piastri, having finished this sprint in the points.
There will definitely be some lessons to learn for them, but this was solid work.
So confirmation of the sprint result. It's a win for George, trying to keep his faint hopes of a title win ahead. Alive. Max is a long way ahead, but he gets a point over him there. Perez up into 3rd place. It's too little too late for Perez in terms of taking points away from Max, and certainly from taking points away from Red Bull, who are already the Constructors' Champion winners. They see Lance, unfortunately, did get a place gained. Hopefully he will slip back a bit in the race. Alonso gaining 4 places, got 9th place, just missing out on the point, thanks to Oscar gaining a place, and Mick up 6. Some good work there. And they see penalties for Tsunoda and Porsche. 10 place penalties for both for brand new engines. We'll see them start behind Lewis Hamilton, who once again was at the back of the grid.
The time has almost come for our drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
Brazil loves a home racer, and none more so than the brilliant Ayrton Senna. His victory here at Interlagos in 1991, fighting a broken gearbox, is one of the most emotional moments in F1 history.
How do you think Oscar Piastri is feeling as we get nearer to race time?
To be honest, I think they're exceeding expectations and impressing a lot of people with their performances.
As ever though, the teams will be paying close attention to their strategies heading into the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
Oh, isn't it funny how Karun was saying exactly the opposite just 30 minutes ago? Hey, Farah, both of the seasons are worth watching. Don't say just one. Not everyone knows that you're an anti-Ham fan. Right, that's the strategy we're going to go with for Mick. with the potential to do that at the end. And for Oscar, we're going to try and do that and see if we can make that work. Yes, that's better, Farah. Right, we're going to throw in 3 laps of fuel. We're going to go very hard off the line because we want to stay in contention. In fact, with Oscar, I'm actually going to start him on the softs. Thinking about it. Just going to go with 2 extra laps of fuel for Oscar. No, we'll go with 3. Alright, 8th and 10th. Let's see what we can do. Off to the grid.
We're not too far away from the race start here as we edge closer to the 71 laps of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. And we certainly know what Max Verstappen is capable of.
It's a P2 start for them, an excellent opportunity, and no doubt they'll be looking to grab it with both hands.
But there's no more time left. We've got a race on our hands. Who will win? Only time will tell. Here at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Let's see if we can get past them.
Damn, we got jumped by Alonso. That's probably the extra fuel weight slowing us down off the line. Sainz attacking Schumacher. I expected that to happen. I was hopeful that we would be able to fight him off. We're still in contention to fight him off. Oscar trying to go around the outside here, which will give him the inside for the final part of the lap. Can't quite make it stick. We'll have another look at the inside. Need to get back in front of Alonso here. Couldn't quite make it happen.
Back off then. Let's go recharge on, please. Recharge on. Copy.
Yeah.
Right, hopefully Alonso will get dropped in the run up to the first DRS zone.
DRS zone.
Somehow I don't think he will.
P11 at the moment.
Sainz has been dropped though. That's going to give Mick a chance. did he just sneak in during braking? He snuck in. Of course he did. In fact, Alonso is pushing hard on Albon here, who is also on soft tyres. Oscar's tyres starting to overheat.
So take it easy in the fast corners.
Copy.
And this time, Sainz won't get the
Okay, I'd like
DRS.
you to slow down, please. Copy. No more energy.
Yeah.
No more DRS.
Copy.
Okay, recharge on. Copy. Bring the pack up.
Copy.
I don't think I have another set of softs with Oscar, do I? Let's have a look. Oh, I do. I do. Ooh. Okay, so if I can look after these tyres enough, I might be able to go soft, medium, soft. And it also means that with Mick, he's going to have 2 sets of softs. I could also potentially move him onto a medium soft run. I'll probably go medium soft with both cars, but it gives me, or soft medium for Oscar, but it gives me a bit of flexibility, and also if there's a safety car, it gives me some options having that extra set of tyres. It does mean I'm going to leave my drivers a little vulnerable to moves like that by running the tyres at a slightly lower wear rate.
Okay, so
It's a calculated risk.
you're good to push on tyres.
Just try and pick up the pace just a little bit with Oscar here.
Use energy.
Okay.
We can push more.
Yep.
1, I need to break away from Sainz. 2, I want to try and get back onto Alonso and Albon, which I'm not going to do, I don't think. I'm not even sure I managed to hold Sainz back there.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
I didn't. His rear wing's open.
Come on.
Alright, we are keeping Sainz behind. Really needs something to happen to Stroll in this race. Alonso we can probably catch at some point. Whether we can stay ahead if we do catch him is another matter, but he's not anywhere near as quick here this weekend as Stroll is, so we need something to happen to Stroll. And if something happens to both of them, that would be even better, but you know, if we can only pick one of the cars to have a problem, I'd like it to be Stroll. And we have seen Albon make some mistakes in wheel-to-wheel racing this season. So it's not impossible that he might have a collision with Alonso as those two fight.
We can push more.
Copy.
Side by side with Oscar. He's going to get the move done, I think.
Overtaking is available.
Yes, he did. Using some battery there just to complete that move. Getting the clean air.
Back off in the high speed.
Copy.
Recharge on. Copy. We need to focus on the energy now.
Yep.
Right, we should get the DRS. We've got the inside line. That should put us back in front again into turn 4, which it does. And Oscar got the move done back on Sainz
Focus on getting the pack up.
without me even asking him to. Very nice.
Lean on the tyres.
Schumacher's definitely forming a train, as you can see. I'm okay with that. Schumacher's actually closing in on Sainz and Oscar. At least he was. Oscar's going to start picking his pace up again now. Alonso still being frustrated in front of us by Alex Albon. Even in Mr. Water. I'm wondering where you've got to tonight.
Back off now.
Yeah.
Recommend the strong to the tyre.
Again, we've got the inside line and the DRS, so we should hopefully retake the position. And we do. Excellent stuff from Mick. There he is, coming under some pressure. Let's push the battery and
Really push.
push the tyres a touch actually, because we are very close to the back of Piastri and Sainz. Oh yeah, that does sound like he's got some kind of sickness. We are giving up the DRS here to Gasly. Hopefully we can fight him off.
Let's go recharge on, please.
Yeah, copy.
Let's look after these tyres.
And this time Ocon will probably get the move done on us. Yeah, we can't fight that one off, unfortunately. Oh, yellow flag. Oh no! God damn it.
Right, so this was the fourth corner. Dangerously close to each other. And the impact on the car, it's quite clear.
God damn. Well, that's
We've got
mixed
a yellow
strategy
flag
ruined.
here. Let's have a look at that. As
I think
we
that
look
was
to Casino
Gasly's
de
fault.
Lago. Not a lot of wiggle room here. And you can see how the cars
Well, the
come
first
together.
collision is
That will have
50-50,
knocked
I'm
their
not sure. The
confidence,
second
I'm
collision
sure.
was definitely Gasly's fault. Terminal front wing damage. At least we have spare parts. And we've got hard tyres.
Phase update when you can, please.
These tyres aren't holding up much.
Yeah, copy that. Box now.
Copy for box.
Okay. That is mixed race
Recharge
ruin.
on.
So it's all on Oscar. Unless, of course, we get a safety car. Safety car might change things. So we've got other damage as well. Yeah, minor chassis and suspension. Oh, great. And Mick got a penalty. Of course he did. So they deemed him at fault for the first collision. They didn't penalise Gasly for the second collision. Sainz is going to jump us here. Maybe not.
Copy for the tree.
No, we've got him blocked.
Copy that, mate. We need some pace. Yeah.
Oh, you're kidding me. It's giving me a penalty. What? We just didn't see animations.
All clear on pit exit.
I have changed the wing. Okay, yeah, it just didn't give any animation. I thought for a second we had 2 5-second It didn't serve the penalty. What the... Damn it. So now we're going to have a... Now we're going to have a penalty on the next stop as well.
Come on, mate. Yeah.
God damn. Well, given the state of the car, we're going to retire Mick.
Box.
Chassis damage and suspension damage. We'll get a couple of stops in, clear that penalty for starters, and set a competitive time for the pit stop challenge, and then we'll just retire him.
Good entry.
Trying to break Oscar away from Sainz and Co behind.
careful on the energy. Copy. We can just focus on charging the pack. Copy. Back off. Copy.
It's a 3.3 second stop. That's a bad stop. I think Ocon got into the DRS. Yes, he did. God damn it. All that pushing. And that gap is immediately closed back up again.
Copy. Box this lap, box.
Copy box.
Just think about looking after this tyre where we need to.
Copy.
Go get it.
I swear we're cursed at Interlagos. It's like we're honorary Brazilians. Never managed to do well here.
Box.
Okay, mate.
That's more like it. 2.2. I doubt we're going to get any better than that. Hedgehog's probably throwing things at the TV right about now.
Okay, mate, so we are going to box now. Try and come back. Sorry, mate. Albon is pitted. Bring the pack up. Copy. So box. Copy. Box.
Ooh.
Over to you, Karun.
A pit
We
stop
see the
issue for
Williams
Albon
crew
means
ready
we have a
here.
chance of an undercut here.
And that's where they struggle taking the tyre off.
Yeah, not a good stop. He will have lost about 2-3 seconds on that one.
Box. Copy. Box.
So that's Mick retired. At least we cleared the penalty, so we won't have to serve that in Vegas. And got a really good stop as well.
I was going to that. Copy.
.3, that's not bad.
Caution one on exit.
Not quite as good as Mick's stop. We are going to get out just in front of Albon. And I do mean just. There he is.
Need to look after the tyres. Yeah. Focus on bringing the pack back up. Copy.
Not going to push the tyres. They're going to come up to temperature pretty quickly, given the track temperature, which is 48 degrees. In fact, what I'm probably going to do is let Albon go through. And immediately start to just protect the tyres. We'll get the DRS here. Albon got ahead of us just before the detection point. And now we're just going to charge up and protect our tyres and let him do the hard work, punching the hole in the air. And get him to drag us along.
Take it easy here. Yep. We need to focus on the energy now. Copy. And you can lean on tyres. Copy. Use energy. Copy. We can push more. Yeah. Keep looking after these tyres. Copy. Lean on the tyres. Cover. Use energy. Copy.
I realised I was muted. What happened to my race? Not much. Mick had a collision with Gasly. That's why he's out. He had minor damage to his chassis and his suspension. It just made sense to clear the penalty, get a good pit stop time in, and then box him and retire him. Save the powertrain for Vegas and Abu Dhabi. Oscar's pitted. No one else has, or not many other people have yet, so he's fine for now. But I say for now because I know what my luck is like at Interlagos. It's terrible. So we'll see what happens.
Back off now. Yep.
Don't actually want Oscar overtaking just yet. I want him getting a tow from Albon, charging up, looking after the tyres.
We're good to push on the tyres. Copy.
Ooh. Oh, it's a VSC.
Crash ahead, crash ahead, crash ahead. Potential debris right.
Now we should be able to take a look here.
Come on, Astons. Come on,
Right,
Astons.
let's have a
Oh,
look
it's an
as we
Aston.
go
It's
into
Stroll.
turn
It's
four.
this problem with Stroll.
Cutting it so close. And the contact between the cars, inevitable. I imagine their confidence will have taken a knock.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And look at the team there. They all knew what that moment meant.
I hope that was Stroll's fault. I hope he gets the penalty. Oh, he's out. Oh, even better. Oh, no, give him a penalty as well. Go on, give him a penalty as well.
Verge, your safety car. Watch your delta. Copy.
Right, I expect to see a few cars diving into the pits at the end of this lap. Leclerc, Ocon, Alonso, Giovinazzi, maybe even Porsche. But Stroll is out. That is fantastic news. Someone got a penalty. It was Stroll. Even better. Even better. He can't serve it. That's a 3-place penalty at the next race. Not a great stop for Perez. Good stop for Leclerc. Here comes Ocon and Alonso. And Giovinazzi, exactly who I said was going to pit and gain some time. This is going to bring Alonso out probably just in front of us, unless he has a bad stop. Fingers crossed for a bad stop. Fingers crossed for a bad stop. It's a bad stop, I think. Or was he just being held? No. He did have an issue. And we've got in front of him. Oh, that's worked out beautifully. I didn't actually see what tyres he put on. I think it was mediums again. He was, and it's dropped him right behind us. But because we've been looking after our tyres, Albon boxed one lap before us, and because we've been coasting behind him, looking after them as much as we can, we've got an 8% tyre advantage over Albon now. Now, if something happens to Alonso, and his control rating is in the toilet now because he's aging. He's down in the 60s, the low 60s as well. So the chance of him having a whoopsie is certainly higher than it was 2 seasons ago. Then that really helps us out. We're currently on for 4 points. Alonso's on for 2.
Virtual safety car ending. Okay. We can just focus on charging the pack. Copy. DRS is enabled.
Alonso's going to be pushing hard. Standing by with battery. Make sure I do not get dropped by Albon here. In fact, it would be about nice now if I could get past him and put a car between me and Alonso. And if we can create a big enough gap to Alonso as well, we hopefully encourage Giovinazzi to have a lunge at him. That's not going to get the move done.
Out to take some air on the straight. Copy.
We'll wait another lap.
Bring the pack up. Copy.
Try and get him on the run up to the start-finish straight.
Focus on bringing the pack back up. Copy. Use energy. Copy. Come on. Copy.
Alright, we're in prime position here.
Comfortable to push. Copy. Lovely stuff.
It will be when you get the move done.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Which you're not going to get it done, so let's try and stay in a position to get the DRS. There we go. Oh, don't like this. I don't like this. Yep, Alonso squeezed through. How you doing, Farah? Hamilton's in 16th, there's your answer. Yeah, he's just fallen apart these last half a dozen races. He's consistently near the back of the grid now. Right, let's see if we can do with Alonso what we did with Albon when he first got in front of us. We'll just stay behind him and use him to pull us along at a better pace, because he's got better tyres than us.
push on the tyres. Copy. Use energy. Yep.
Need to get Albon in this next sequence of corners. Not close enough for the look. Maybe we can get him into the final turn.
Push a bit more. Copy.
Ah, no, we don't want to.
Look after front tyres. Copy.
There we go, because he's already out of DRS range. Didn't need to turn on battle assist. I never use that. I just don't think it works very well. And damn it, Alonso's gone.
Focus on bringing the tyres down.
Now we need to try and stay behind Albon until the end of the lap again without getting gobbled up by any of the cars behind on quicker tyres. Don't let Sainz up the inside. Alright, close that one down quickly enough. Have to get this move done now, though.
Pace a bit. Copy. And energy is available. Copy.
Oh, I knew it. I just knew it. Going side by side with Albon was going to cause an issue.
You okay? Oh, okay.
Front wing damage. I don't even know if I have a spare front wing. I do. Okay, well that's just going to have to wait till the next stop. But it's ruined my race completely.
Now we're just proceeding through turn 4. Who has to get by? And not just one car involved in
I
that,
think
as
that
you
might be
can
my
see.
fault. I don't know.
And
It
their
might be
confidence-
Albon's fault for not yielding. If anyone's going to get a penalty, it's probably going to be us, because it always is. That's taken some life out of my tyres that I couldn't afford to lose as well. It's us that's got the penalty. Of course it is. Of course it is. All right. Got to try and do something.
Happy to push more if you've got anything. Copy.
Right, if ever I needed a strong fight back through the field, it's now. But with our confidence shattered like that, it's unlikely it's going to happen. What was I saying earlier? You know, there was a chance that Albon could take out Alonso because he is, he has a history of being a bit wonky in side by side. And unfortunately, it turned out that it was us that caused the problem this time. What's the plan if I do get the sack? I don't know, Shubham, I really don't. I don't know which team we'll go to. The idea of maybe going to Mercedes and restoring them, because they are just nowhere at the moment, is one option. I'm toying with the idea of Haas as well. We'll see. I mean, my manager rating's so bad, I don't think I'm going to get the job at Mercedes. I don't even know if I'll be able to get the job at Haas. I might only be able to go to Alfa Romeo. If anyone, I might not be able to get a job with them. My manager rating is in double digits right now, not even triple digits. It's really bad. It's like 90 something. But unfortunately, the sack is starting to look like it might actually happen. I've never been sacked in this game before. But then we've never played on this difficulty setting like this before. And we had really ridiculous demands to finish in 4th place this season. Is the mic choppy or is it your stream? I don't know. I'm hoping it's just your stream and not the mic. If you're watching on your iPad, it's probably you. That is the Farah rule, from what I understand. You say I won't get sacked, but my my board confidence is low. They're not going to be happy with this result. I'm about to break the cost cap. There's a very, very strong possibility, if not from this race, then certainly at the end of the season, we might have lost all confidence with the board, which would not be good.
Box. Copy, box.
Going to come out behind Hamilton. So I should get a quick and easy overtake on him. I'll be comfortably ahead of Gasly, who also has some pretty substantial damage from his collision with Schumacher. Confidence slowly rebounding at the moment.
You can back off a bit. Copy. Oscar Piastri.
Oh, please tell me I put the wing on. I don't think I put the wing on. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I didn't. Shit. It's a 2.5 second stop. And I forgot to change the pissing wing. Well, hopefully it won't be too bad. Hopefully the fresh tyres will give us the pace that we need. Let's see how quickly we close up on Hamilton. We're only missing an end plate. I might not change the wing at all, actually, and just save it so we've got another spare for the remaining two weekends. I'm certainly not going to get in the points now, I don't think. Unless we get a safety car. If we get a safety car, I will seriously consider putting the wing on. Right, tyres are up to temp. 12.5 seconds to Hamilton. Let's see how much we close him by this lap. It's the infield that's really going to hurt us with that wing damage. So we've only taken, what, 0.4 of a second, half a second. It's not much. Yeah, 0.4 of a second. I mean, the confidence does not help. At least we've cleared the negatives off, but we're just running neutral modifiers now. Oh, I'm still planning another stop. See, that's my strategy now, is to push these tyres and then put a set of softs on in about 15 laps. 13 laps, something like that. Changing the wing's going to cost me another 6 seconds on my stop. So may as well hang on to it, keep the wing in reserve. Now I've got 2 spares for the last 2 races. Russell's title chances are over with that collision with Stroll as well. It's going to be Max who wins the title now. I don't think Leclerc's going to catch him. Not unless something happens to Max. Let's have a look at the driver standings. They see Max will have a 54-point lead. Max will be champion if it stays like this. Leclerc absolutely needs the win from Perez to stand any chance, and he also needs a retirement from Max at some point in the last 2 races, or both, preferably for him both. The odds of that happening are slim to none. But I say, if Perez wins this race and Verstappen finishes 3rd, or Verstappen finishes in front of Leclerc, he's the champion. Okay, gained a bit more time on Hamilton that lap, but that's because his tyres are starting to die. Sainz is into the pits. That's probably for a set of hard tyres. Oh no, he went soft. He might go mediums to the end. He is going mediums to the end. Okay, he might run out of tyres towards the end. Still would like to set a better stop with Oscar. He set a 2.3 second stop. I'd like him to get a 2.2 if possible. And he gets out in front of Oscar. Slowly, very slowly, getting back some positive modifiers there. Zhou into the pits. Is this going to be mediums to the end? It is. Not a quick stop. It's an okay stop. That's probably around 2.5 seconds. That's Hamilton going through. There's Sainz. And we're still 6 seconds further back. Hamilton's upped his pace. He's getting ready for a stop of his own, I think. Yellow flag. That's Alonso. Alonso just dropped down to 9th place with a big lockup.
Keep watching Alonso with this one. All good at this point. And the car just locks. And they'll need to be mindful of the effect that had on the tyres.
And that has put Giovinazzi and Bottas into the points. My God, they're running 6th and 8th. You know how it looks terrible when Alfa Romeo score more points than we do in a weekend. Oh dear. Right, Hamilton a 109.6 on the last lap. That's a very quick lap. That's a second quicker than us. I said Hamilton was pushing, and there's the proof. We are closing in on Magnussen and Albon, Porsche, obviously Alonso with that lockup. Perez into the pits. He's going mediums to the end. That's a good stop. Charles Leclerc should be boxing soon. He needs to just go for it now. Unless he might be going soft tyres at the end. That'll set up an interesting little fight at the end. Where's Perez feeding out? Comfortably ahead of Ocon. A few seconds behind Norris. Yeah, Perez is fine. Another yellow flag.
Crash ahead.
That is Tsunoda and Giovinazzi. Maybe. Oh no, Giovinazzi just went through. Was he involved? Actually, he might have been involved. Alpha, you had such a chance for good points. Oh.
And you can just feel that.
Who's going to get a penalty there? I wonder. What's it done to the tyres? Not much. It's hurt Yuki more than it's hurt Giovinazzi, I think. Giovinazzi got the penalty. Ocon is into the pits. Need Alpine to do well today. Take points away from Aston Martin. Here comes Yuki and Albon. There's us just disappearing into the shot in the background. Not a great stop there. Better stop from Albon, being held to let Tsunoda through. We're out in front of both of them, and we've got a little bit of a margin as well. Leclerc still yet to box. He must be going for a set of softs. Gets out just in front of Tsunoda. Further up the road, we've got Magnussen on dying tyres. Going to be boxing very soon. Holding up sights a little bit. I'd like him to stay out and keep that going. Joe is closing on the back of Lewis. Now Norris is in. Good stop for Norris. Going to be some decent points on offer for McLaren tonight with Norris at the very least. Tsunoda's not going to get any, I don't think. Bottas is currently running in P5, Giovinazzi in P6, although he's under pressure from Alonso. Come on, turn in. I was kind of hoping he'd just double up his penalty. Do some damage to Alonso and allow us the opportunity to try and get in front of him as well, maybe. And they're still side by side. An issue for Magnussen at his pit stop. That's good news.
The Haas pit crew are all ready. But they can't get the tyre off.
Yeah, terrible stop. Come on, Gio. Not sure who's going to get the DRS. It is Alonso. Right, go late on the brakes. No. Damn it. Ocon's closed up. We need Giovinazzi to get out of the way now. That will get back in front of Alonso. Let everybody catch up to him. Gio's pace 1:11.9. Yeah, it's really off the pace. It's been holding up Alonso, who also, his tyres are pretty shot as well. They might both dive in here.
So you get to push. Copy.
They're staying out again. Come on, big lock up into turn one. Take them both out. Lock up into turn four. Take you both out. Let's go for the move. Oh, no. And Ocon just squeezes through there. Beautiful move from Ocon. Right, this is a critical stop for Leclerc. That's a good stop. He's going to come out behind Perez, but he's on soft tyres. Max is going to be stopping for softs in the next lap or two. He's out comfortably ahead of Norris. He's in very, very clear air right now. All right, Alonso's in. So is Giovinazzi, so is Hamilton. Soft tyres for all three of these, but don't forget Gio has the penalty. It's an okay stop. Not a great stop for the Alpha boys. Slow, and of course that penalty as well.
Big lift off. Copy. Save fuel. Yep.
Couple more laps. Need Hamilton to do me a favour here. I don't think he's going to have the pace on Alonso. Max is in. So this is a stop that could decide the title. That's a perfunctory stop. Nothing special, probably about 2.3, 2.4 seconds.
Get the tyres down now. Copy.
He's out in second place, sorry, in third place, behind Charles Leclerc, a long way behind Charles Leclerc. It is going to come down to a fight between Charles Leclerc and Sergio Perez. Perez can hang on for the win. Max wins the title. That's Valtteri into the pits. Didn't see enough of that stop to know if it was good or not. Probably okay.
Boxing. Copy.
Right, where can I feed out? I'm going to feed out somewhere around Magnussen, hopefully in front of Magnussen, and just behind Perez. So fuel might not be an issue. Depends on what Perez's pace is. Whether it's quick enough for me to just stay behind him, I don't think it will be. I might have to push hard to get past him.
Oh, good luck. Yeah, copy that.
Another one for Farrow's Book of Fancy Words. 2.4. It's not an amazing stop. It'll do.
Watch the pit exit, right?
I am going to get out in front of Magnussen. And just behind Perez. Right. Let's see, Perez did a 1:10.2.
No saving required. Copy.
I don't know what kind of pace I'm going to have on these tyres. But we're going to go for a fastest lap attempt. Confidence is back into the high.
Push now. Copy. Use energy. Copy.
Hamilton with a new fastest lap. .108.8, that's quick.
Overtake and go, come on. Yep. Bring the pack up.
I don't quite have enough grip. Unfortunately, I don't have enough downforce to get the move done.
Copy.
Not yet.
Back off now. Copy.
1:10.1. Cars in front are all in the 109s and the 108s. That's not looking good. I have to get past him.
We can push again. Yep. We need some PU cooling. Yeah.
Ah, I knew it. I knew it was coming. God damn. That's it.
Now there's the car.
Yellow ahead. Copy.
Yeah, he's the yellow.
Slow now. Copy. Box. We're going to retire the car.
Right. We're going to ride the ham cam, and we're going to be cheering on Lewis. I know you don't like that, Farah, but he's my best chance of stopping Alonso from scoring points right now. I dread to think what's going to happen when we get back. to headquarters. Here comes Alonso. That's a tough one. I don't know who got the DRS. Hamilton did. That was really close. That was really close. Meanwhile, the battle at the front is starting to hot up. Leclerc now just 3.5 seconds behind Perez and lapping around 0.8 of a second quicker. Beyond him in a couple of laps. I'm still hopeful that Alonso's going to make another mistake, take himself out of the race completely. Maybe smash up his powertrain a bit. Not enough to destroy it, but enough to knacker it up for the last 2 races, where he won't swap it out. I can but dream. Where am I in the constructors? I am currently 5th place, fighting to try and hang on to the back of Aston, who have finally caught and passed me. Need 4th to keep the board happy. We were 3 points behind going into this race. Was it 3 or was it 4? 3 or 4. We got 1 point in the sprint. Aston got 4. We're not getting any points in the race, and at the moment neither are Aston. So it keeps them within touching distance. Take a look at tyres. Bottas has got past Sainz. And with his tyres, he should be able to hunt down and pass Porsche. Maybe even Joe. Bottas could be on for some big points for Alfa Romeo here tonight. Your missus says I should be Ferrari. Well, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, our manager rating is way too low. Ferrari are going to want someone with a rating of around about 900-ish. Ours is 90-ish. way too low. That's because we had such a bad season last season in terms of objectives. It's not looking good this year either. Be amazed if we can hang on to our job the way the last few races have panned out for us. Still can't believe the board expected me to finish in 4th this year. Considering we were tasked with 6th last year and finished in 8th. We've been 8th for 2 seasons in a row. First season was finished in 8th. Yeah, job done. Second season finished in 6th. I like 8th. 8th is good. Alright, fair enough. Finishing 4th in the 3rd season. Will he take 5th? No. Nine laps to go. And Leclerc is now 1.5 seconds behind Perez. Fourth is too high. Yes, it's too damn high. The number of places they expected to gain in the constructors is too damn high. But it is what it is. Alright, let's switch to the front. There is Charles Leclerc. He needs to finish in 1st and hope Max doesn't improve from 3rd to keep his already slim title chances hanging on by a thread. If he can't beat Perez, Verstappen wins the title tonight. And there's some traffic coming up that could play a part. Just outside of DRS range. Will I be taking Piastri again if I get sacked? I don't know, depends who I go to and what the contract situation is like there. The same rules will apply. We won't be able to hire anyone if there's more than a season remaining on the contract of the person we're looking to replace. Leclerc still out of DRS range, I think, and Perez, I think, is in DRS range. No, Perez didn't get it. Leclerc might have done, actually. He's closed up by a good couple of tenths there. I think Perez did get it. He's definitely going to get it now, and Perez, I think, will get it off the back of the Alfa Romeo of Giovinazzi. Yes, he did. Hamilton still ahead of Alonso. So that's Giovinazzi, Tsunoda and Albon right in front of us there. Giovinazzi just holding up Leclerc a little bit. The other two still fighting side by side. Tsunoda had to back out of it. Now he gets past. Oh, and he holds up Leclerc, but Leclerc will get DRS off the back of him. Held up again by Albon. That'll give Perez a chance to try and scamper free a little bit. Hamilton and Alonso so close to each other right now. Tyres starting to fall away a little bit for Hamilton. And for Leclerc, I think he might have lost his opportunity. There's just a touch more pace in those mediums than there are in the softs now, I think. That might be it. Maybe all she wrote for Charles Leclerc this season. He's got 4 laps to go. Meanwhile, Alonso is swarming all over the back of Hamilton. This should be overheating his tyres. Sainz is at risk of being caught. He's just about hanging onto the back of Valtteri at the moment, but if he gets dropped, he might suddenly find himself in the mix for this little fight here for 10th place. Make it a 3-way fight for 9th. Leclerc not closing on Perez. Let's see what they do across the line. Perez a 1:10.3, Leclerc a 1:10.2. He took a 10th. That's not enough. He needs more than that, and I don't think he's got anything left in the tyres. They're at 36%. Here comes Alonso. Side by side again. Hamilton just about holding him off again. Hamilton's fighting not just for a point, but for 2 points. If he stays in 10th, he will keep the fastest lap point as well. He's been stuck on 44 points, his race number, for the longest time. And Sainz has now been dropped. Sainz is going to start falling back into this fight. Leclerc has taken another couple of tenths out of Perez. It's going to come down to the final lap between those two, I think. This one's going all the way to the wire. Two laps to go, and the gap is almost a second. No DRS. Not this time. It's going to be a grandstand finish at both ends of the points here. Hamilton now almost in range of his teammate. He is in range. Wow, Sainz's pace has just completely collapsed. This is now a risky situation because this means Alonso could get bumped up to 10th by it getting past Sainz. Leclerc is close enough. As we're about to start the final lap. He's close enough to have a look into turn 4 as well. Is he going to make the move around the outside? No, he's not. Has he got enough left in these tyres to squeeze up the inside somewhere? Hamilton has got past Sainz. Now we need Sainz to stay with Hamilton and stay ahead of Alonso. They've still got one more lap to go. They're not going to get lapped. They're too far ahead. Alonso has got Sainz. Damn it. That's a point for Alonso. Hamilton on for 3 points now. It's the drive for the line. He's not close enough. Perez is going to win. Max is going to be world champion. There we go. Max wins the 2025 Drivers' World Championship.
Perez has crossed the line first.
Alonso's going up the inside this time. Hamilton's still fighting him off. I think Hamilton's done enough. Unless he has a really bad exit in the final corner. I don't think Alonso's got enough. He's going to be in the same boat Charles Leclerc was. Oh, having said that, he's got to run. He's got to run. It's going to be a grandstand finish. Lewis has got him blocked. Just 10th place for Alonso. Just a single point. So Aston will outscore us by 4 this weekend. It's still not over for us in terms of getting 4th, but it's not looking likely now.
That's a really miserable day for Oscar Piastri.
That was a bitterly disappointing retirement. The team certainly wouldn't have wanted their race to end this way.
No stranger to the podium, the Mexican driver now takes his place after another remarkable race.
That's their second win of the season. A brilliant talent who looks so at home on the track.
And that means, here in Sao Paulo, it's party time. And down there in the AlphaTauri garage, Karun, what would they be making of that race, do you think?
It's not been the greatest weekend. Both drivers need to step up and show what they can do. And the team have to be there to support them.
And from our team in Sao Paulo, a big thank you for joining us this weekend.
The next round of the season will see Formula One return to the States as the glitz and the glamour of Las Vegas awaits.
Another disappointing race. We usually go well in Vegas, so I'm holding out, vain hopes that we might do something there. But Perez gets his second win of the season and denies Charles Leclerc the chance to try and keep the title fight alive a little bit longer. Max will now be 56 points clear, I think, with only 52 points available in the last 2 races. So that will make him the Drivers' World Championship winner. Charles Leclerc will be a distant second, but he will be definitely second. George Russell's retirement means that I don't think he's going to be able to challenge Leclerc for second now. Lando Norris up 3 places to finish in 4th. A great race from Ocon, up 9 places. Zhou and Porsche both up 12 places. That helps us immensely, taking points away from Aston Martin. Bottas up 7 places. That's 4 more points for Alfa Romeo. Hamilton finally getting off of 44 points, gets 3, 2 for finishing in 9th and 1 for the fastest lap. Alonso getting the final point. Sainz in 11th. Disappointing race for Albon. Gasly not doing as well as he could have done. And yeah, what can you say? Both of our cars out. Stroll and Russell out. At least, of course, you can see that Stroll did not score any big points. So that helps us a bit. Can I be sacked at any time? No. Only during a review. So if the board loses all confidence in me, I'll have until the end of the season to turn that around, which, considering we're about to break the cost cap, isn't going to happen. I don't think. And not unless we get some amazing results in the last 2 races. Let's take a look at the drivers' standings. There you see Max is 56. No, wait, have I got the maths wrong? I have. He's only 46 points clear. I got the maths completely wrong. I wasn't taking into consideration the sprint points, that's why. So, yeah, 46 points with 52 remaining. It is still on for Charles Leclerc. I wonder why they didn't acknowledge Max as champion. George Russell drops down a place into 3rd. He is now 14 points behind Charles Leclerc. That's going to be a tough gap to overhaul, but it's certainly easier than the 46-point gap, or the 44-point gap. 46-point gap. Brain's a bit addled. That Charles Leclerc has got. Perez moves up into 4th above Lando Norris. Strong weekend for Perez. Strongest weekend of the season for a while. 31 points. Norris in 5th ahead of his teammate comfortably, and 14 more points for him over the weekend. We did get a point with Oscar, which keeps us ahead of Stroll by 5 in the standings. If we can stay in 7th place, that would be really, really nice. Alonso in 10th is pulling away from Mick even more. Hamilton actually overtakes Mick now as well by 2 points. Sorry, we are 5 points ahead of Ocon, who got 10 tonight. So Mick's in danger of free falling down the standings a little bit here. And there you see big points for Porsche and Magnussen as they switch places. Porsche and Bottas. Let's see what it's done to the constructors. Red Bull crown champions a long time ago. They're 207 points clear of Ferrari. McLaren a distant 3rd. They're confirmed in 3rd place. This is the big battle that remains. Us against AlphaTauri. We are 8 points behind with 2 rounds to go. The board want us to finish in 4th. Can we do it? I honestly don't know. Possibly. Depends how well we can do in Vegas. Williams are a distant 6th. I think we're safe from them. Mercedes in 7th do pick up some points at last for the first time in quite a while, but they are a long way off the back of Williams. They're 26 points behind. They are also not safe against Alpine. Alpine are only 17 points behind. That's definitely an achievable gap. The race at the bottom is hotting up as well. Both teams scoring points. They're now both on 19. Haas with the higher finish position, which is why they move above Alfa Romeo. Let's take a look at the pit stops. We got the 2 quickest stops again, which is excellent news. We might still win something this season. We are comfortably outscoring Red Bull tonight, as Perez's stop was quicker than Max's. So let's see what that does to the standings. We're on 650. We're now 56 points clear of Red Bull with 2 rounds to go. That's a nice, healthy margin. As long as we don't have horrendous pit stops in both of the next 2 races, we should have enough of a margin now to stay top. Ferrari, distant 3rd, but comfortably clear of Alpine. That's not going to change. Mercedes still in the fight for 4th place. McLaren also still in that fight with Mercedes. I think they might be a bit too far behind Alpine, but a couple of good races, you never know. Let's have a look at our pit stop breakdown. There you see the 2.27 for Mick on lap 14 and the 2.3 on lap 17 for Oscar, our 2 quickest stops tonight. Driver cards. 9 successful overtakes. Most of those were in the sprint. 5 failed. 20 successful defences. Some good solid defensive work from Mick. 6 failed. Oscar, 5 successful overtakes. 12 failed. 22 successful defences. 9 failed. Again, solid defensive work, just not much cop going forward tonight. In terms of sponsors, let's see. We didn't keep the quali streak going. We didn't keep the finish position streak alive either. We broke that. 2.7 mil. We've lost a little bit of money on what we could have had, but only by a few, a few tens of thousands, not by much. I'm really dreading opening up my inbox. Alright, no email from the board saying we've lost all confidence. That's something. But they won't email us actually until the end of the season, I think. At the end of the month about that. So we'll have to go and manually have a look. How many parts did we destroy? Too many. Another chassis gone, another front wing, and... well, 2 front wings gone. Underfloor destroyed. Well, failed. Another suspension destroyed. New ATR period. Cost cap warning. Here we go. That's still low. Ooh. But another disappointing performance there. Oh. Alright. Let's check the powertrains. I think this might be the race where we have to switch everything to Mick, maybe. He's still got another gearbox. His ERS is in much better shape. Engine's at 75%. Oscar's is at 78. That ERS won't. Maybe he's got 1 race left in him. Let's try him for 1 more race. He still seems to be a little less accident prone than Mick, but not sure why we're on the wrong front wing there. God damn, we could have been even better. We had the front wings the wrong way round. God damn. Everything else is at risk of breaking. Side pods are going to go at the end of the next race. Hopefully the wing and the underfloor and suspension will hold on a little bit longer. Screw it. I've got to give them both that front wing for Vegas. Alright, let's see. Can I afford anything? I've got just over $1 million remaining. So I can get 1 more research project done. It won't be the one I want. But what can we afford? We've already got chassis going. Can't afford a front wing. Can't afford a rear wing. Can't afford a suspension. Ah, no, I need a side pod or a chassis. How long have I got to wait? 3 days for the side pod. I'd much rather it be the chassis. Been off another engineer. Let's check our facilities. Again, I want to get these started, but I just can't yet because I'm worried that doing so will take away money from our cost cap. Let's get those 3 days done. Yes, I know. Alright. So our final part of the season is going to be a new side pod project, or our final research project of the season. We're going to throw everything we've got into this. Because we haven't got any money left in the cost cap to put them into anything else either, as well. So let's really try and boost things where we can. Yeah, let's do that. 16% boost to our drag reduction. In fact, can I maybe go a little bit more on that? There we go. We'll go like that. One engineer. And that's it. We have got literally a couple of thousand left in the cost cap. 63 grand. So now we can do this. Don't care about the memorabilia room. Race sim is going to go soon as well. That's going to be just a refurb, but it's an expensive refurb. Design Centre will not be ready for the start of the new year, but it will be ready for February. Assuming we're still here in February. They're giving us the option to try and turn things around. Got to take them up on it. All right. Low confidence. Still in the game. Right, let's see. In October, the month that's just finished, Aston Martin had a new chassis. And Haas said that they were doing shit. Right, our drivers, how do they upgrade themselves? 2 points in control for Mick. He could have fooled me. A point in overtaking for Oscar. Could have fooled me. And an extra point in reactions. Okay. Let's get our pit crew up and running for the next month. The final month of the season. No training, potentially. Let's try and get a little bit of pit stop, gym training in. Okay, I can get away with a little bit of gym training. And then, hopefully, a day of gym training. Yeah, there we go. Oh, no, that's too much. That's too much. All right, let's go with a little bit of car building, just in case we have to change a wing. Yes, we can get away with that. Then we'll give them the next day off, and then, assuming we're still here next year, we want to get them as good as we can, as quick as we can. So we're going to focus almost exclusively on gym training for the rest of the year. It's too much. There we go. Going to be creeping up to that 50% marker again. We'll throw in some more car building. That's too much. It's right on the line. Whew. That's going to put us over. Just a bit too much. There we go. Actually, let's do that. Just check my tolerances for the races. Yeah. There we go. That's our training for November. And we broke the cost cap. We exceeded by 1.7 mil, so we'll get fined by that. We're still alive, just. Okay, helipad refurb is done. And there we go. So, we are so close to the end of the season. And we're still in the hunt for 4th place, but it's looking increasingly difficult to get there, unfortunately. Lost another 4 points. A terrible weekend for us. It started with some promise. Mick up 6 places in the sprint from 16th to 10th. Oscar up 1 place from 9th to 8th and getting us a point. And then it just all kind of fell apart again in the race, as it so often does in Brazil. Yeah, cursed at that track, it would seem. Ah, dear. Right, tomorrow we are going to Vegas. The board will be in attendance. We need to do something to at least stop them from losing even more confidence in us. Hopefully we can pull out a decent result, get a couple of points. Hopefully Aston will lose points tomorrow. Hopefully they won't score any at all, and we can close that gap back up, take it down to Abu Dhabi. If we could sneak ourselves back in front, that would be really nice. We're on target to win the pit stop competition again, but that is kind of, you know, par for the course at the moment. And we've got a really solid pit crew. They're consistently pumping in good times, but if we're not performing on track in the racing, it won't really matter if we win that competition, because we won't be here to enjoy the prize money that could bring for, you know, or the upgrade that prize money could bring. So let's hope tomorrow we can actually achieve a decent result. Until then, that's it from me for tonight. There will be yet another episode of War Hospital tomorrow at 7 PM before the stream. And then at 8 PM, the stream will go live with the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Hope to see you then. That's it from me. Thanks for watching. I'm Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.